Hello, my 3D printer peeps. I'm here today with my friends Gabriella and Diane. Today, these lovely ladies are going to help me demonstrate an AI service called HITEM3D. HITEM3D kindly reached out to me and offered to sponsor a video. That video would be a demonstration, not a review, a demonstration of their AI service. Their AI service will convert a real-world object from a photograph and turn it into a 3D model or a textured 3D model. I created this demonstration by using it for the very first time on camera. The experience you're about to see is my first and only experience with HITEM3D. I'm not here to give you my opinion on AI. I'm not here to review their service. I'm here to do a demonstration and find out together how it goes. However, I'm going to give you a hint. It went really well. Let's check it out. Let's have a look at the website. Here I am at HITEM3D.ai. Here in the corner, you'll see your credits and your plan. They have kindly set me up with a pro plan and enough credits to poke around. This screen is a lot more straightforward than some of the other AI tools you may have seen. We will start right here with Image to 3D. You've got two options, uploading an image or uploading a multi-view image. An image would simply be an image. A multi-view would be the front, back, left, and right view. These additional views provide the AI more material from which to work with to generate your model. In order to test this, let's take an actual photo of an item. We'll try it with a single photo, and we'll try it with a multi-view photo. Let's start with single image. I've taken some photos of this candle holder. We'll use the newest version, and we do have some resolution choices to choose from. We'll use the highest standard resolution. We'll go ahead and press generate for 40 credits. I am going to open a second window. I'm going to switch to Pro. I'm going to use the same photo. We have Pro selected and we'll click Generate. Let's open another tab and try Multi-View. This requires a front, back, left, and right image. I've gone ahead and uploaded those images. We'll choose the highest standard resolution, and once these are loaded, we'll go ahead and press Generate. While that renders, I'll open another tab, and we'll run the same job using the Pro option. I've imported the same 4 pictures, and we'll press Generate for 60 credits. And there it is. Wow, this came really nice. I am very pleased with this. However, the hand does have 47 fingers, but this is a creepy, villainous witch's hand, so for this model, it can kinda get away with it. If you are unhappy with the results, you can retry for free up to 3 times. Let's go ahead and generate textures for an additional 10 credits. While that renders, I've noticed the multi-view version has finished. This version looks good as well, however, it's very similar to the single image version. It too has 47 fingers. I feel like somebody needs to teach AI that the human hand only has 5 fingers. And the Pro render has finished. This is the single image Pro render. You might notice this render looks really nice. However, we have 1 finger underneath the drip. It looks kind of cool, but this is what the original looks like. However, moving over to the Pro multi-image version, we have a very nice looking render. The bowl looks quite accurate, and all the fingers are above the slime. However, we do have 47 fingers. Once you have multiple projects happening, you can X them out and go to the History tab. All of your projects will be there. In this tab, we can sort them by image to 3D and even multi-view to 3D. However, it does not identify a Pro or a standard version render. From this screen, you can click in to any project you'd like and continue working. While all this is rendering, let's go ahead and give Portrait a try. I am going to import a cosmetology doll named Diane. Diane has short hair and should be a great candidate for this process. We'll get her generating for 40 credits. I'll open a new tab and we'll do multi-view with Diane. I've imported 4 images and we'll go ahead and generate for 40 credits. While we were doing that, there's a surprise for us. One of the textured renders finished. This looks really nice. I especially like the detail on the cloth. We have another one done. This is the Pro textured render. And this is the multi-image. This one looks even better. You can even see the reflection of my light on the apple. The black cloth looks really nice. The hand looks really nice. The bowl has the reflection of the apple. The colors look good. And this is a pretty nice job doing these textures. As 3D printers, we really won't need these textures. We'll mostly want the model itself, and the model itself looks pretty darn good. This is Gabriella. While we wait for other renderings to finish, we will get Gabriella going. We will start with a single image of Gabriella, and then we will switch to a multi-view image of Gabriella. Of course, we are using portrait mode for both of these jobs. Here I've got 4 views of Gabriella. She's got some crazy hair. We'll see how this works out. Lucky us, while we were working with Gabriella, Diane has made an appearance. Diane looks amazing. It did a really good job recreating her short hair, her eyes, nose, and mouth. Everything from front to back looks really nice, even from a single reference image. This is what Diane looks like. Now we've got the multi-image version. This one looks even better. The eyes, nose, and mouth shape are very accurate, and it did a really good job capturing her short hair. I'd say multi-view Diane is a huge success. Let's go ahead and get some texture on her. Oh boy, we've got lots of results. Both the multi-view and the regular view of Gabriella have shown up. Let's check her out. This is the single reference image version, and again, a really nice job. She's got some crazy hair. I didn't expect much, but it did a good job representing what her hair looks like. Let's add texture to her and switch to the multi-view version. This one, again, doesn't offer a whole lot better look at Gabriella. However, we have a better look at her jawline and the side of her face. The ears here are missing. The hair is not so bad, but we really have a very accurate profile, the shape of her nose and her mouth. We did lose the upper lip here, but that's okay. A free retry might resolve that. This is a really honest effort at this model using multi-image. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's go ahead and add texture to her too. Meanwhile, Diane is waiting for us. Here is the single reference image version of Diane. Diane looks spectacular. This is a really scary, accurate look at what my shaved head mannequin Diane looks like. This is from a single reference image. Here she is in the picture. Here is her textured render. This is really well done. Her eyes even have the little white reflective dot in the pupils. Let's look at the multi-image version of Diane. The multi-image version is even better. Here is the photo of Diane's profile. You can see it even got the eyebrows correct, and it's even got the short buzzed hair on the side of her head correct. This is a really nice job. Here on the left, the photo. Here on the right, the textured render. You can even see the little lines from the fake hair that's been shaved and the little pencil or paint drawings of her eyebrow detail there in that render. And it's now time to pop in on Gabriella and her texture. This is the single image textured. She looks really great. The eyes, nose, and mouth all look accurate. You can even see her hand-painted eyebrows. I'm really impressed, and this is referenced from a single picture, and the entire model looks acceptable. Let's pop out and check the multi-view. Looking at her face, the multi-view did a really accurate job representing her. Keep in mind, this is a painted mannequin, and her eyes, lips, and eyebrows look pretty darn close to what the painted mannequin looked like. Taking the textures out of the equation, this is a very competent 3D recreation of a mannequin head from only 4 pictures. And here we are, 3 physical items existing in the real world, 2 mannequin heads, 1 candle holder, photographed with nothing but a cell phone and transformed into a 3D model using nothing but 1 to 4 pictures. As you can see, it works surprisingly well, and it was a lot of fun for me to work with something that actually did what it was supposed to. Let me know what you think, and if you try it, in the comments below. Visit HITEM3D, upload a photo of something cool, and let me know how it worked. I'm Mr. Greg. This is Gabriella and Diane, and you're on 3D Rundown.